of the new year in the Gregorian calendar. I mean, I just spent like a lot of energy trying to tell y'all something wrong with the calendar, y'all. When was that? That was like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. Time is flying right by. Gotta watch the time because it's flying right by. Grand Rising. Hold up. Let me. Ooh, let me get this. This. Yes, I wake up like this. I wake up like this. I can't remember what side my part's on right now, but I look pretty damn good for just waking up, okay? But let's talk about what I wanted to talk about yesterday because I didn't really get, I forgot to do my thoughts upon waking uh, stuff. I don't, segment. It's a segment. I'm about to put it in a folder and actually make it easier to decipher what I'm talking about. So the title might be Thoughts Upon Waking Mary Magdalene. Thoughts Upon Waking Virgin Mary. Thoughts Upon Waking whatever the fuck competition, what all the the main topic of whatever I was talking about that day. All right, so let's see what we have to say this morning. Okay. Actually, I have a Facebook post for that. Hold on, sorry. Not sorry, not sorry. Thank you for your patience. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna work on that this year. Okay, I got out of that for a while. I was doing really well, and then you know, trauma happened, more trauma. You know, I think it's it can be kind of frustrating sometimes because I know where I was and how I've been pushed back, and as far as like my healing journey goes, and so one of those things is the sorry thing, like sorry, like I did that. I actually had someone in my life that recognized that, and exploited it heavily. And when they did that, it caused me to fix that, right? But now I'm right back into that sorry shit, like for every single thing, every single thing. We're both talking. Oh, sorry. It's silly. It's silly. Uh oh. I think I'm officially out of this space. Oh no. Oh no. No. So I apologize because this was something I forgot about. Ugh. Sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. Excuse me. You yawn in somebody's face. You say, "Excuse me." Not sorry. Okay. Um. Found it. All right. So here's the first one. Thank you. So the first one this year, everyone should refrain from claiming iniquity that is not yours, okay? So here is what I said. Stop claiming things you weren't designed to have, i.e., my anxiety, my depression, my illness. It's a negative self affirmation, and we don't do that, okay? So that's July 20th at 9:40 a.m. Okay, thoughts upon waking was going on back then. Okay, and I saw 424 just now too. So that is not yours. You were not designed to be ill. You were not designed to be mentally ill. You were not designed to be sick. Okay, we were born perfect and whole, most of us. And those who were not, it's a result of lifetimes of illness throughout a family line, whether that be mental, whether that be physical, and so forth, so on and so forth. Excuse me. So we're not going to continue with these affirmations this year. Are we going to stop with that? Some of us should stop with that. Um, because you're only allowing it to further detriment your life. Okay, so that was a thought that came to mind yesterday morning. We're a day behind, so these are all yesterday morning, and then I'll let you know which one was this morning. Excuse me. Um, I forgot, and I should probably have started with this one. I am apologetic. Okay, I'm going to apologize for anything that I did to anyone last year, which couldn't have been much. um, Last year, if there's anything that I did to anyone, because I don't know. Sometimes we do things, and it's not because I lack awareness. Okay, um, of myself. It could be a lack of awareness of the other person, right? So if there's anything that you think that I did to you, that was out of pocket, um, I humbly apologize to you. But again, there's not much. Personally, I don't believe that I did much to hurt anyone, but I want to start the year off in that energy of apologizing to people. Leave that shit last year. Let's move forward, right? So, if there's anything that I said that offended anyone, please don't take it personal. Of course, there's some people I called your name, I said things, and I'm aware of that. If there was some reason that I was under the wrong impression or anything like that, just know that it wasn't a personal attack. Okay? I can't. Why didn't I read that? Why can't I see that whole? Sorry, give me just a moment. Oh. I agree. Now, there is the level of, there's people that have been called out on this channel and things like that. It's part of the job. I'm a truth speaker, right? So it's about the things that you do intentionally to harm people, and a lack of self-awareness or a lack of awareness of them. You know what I'm saying? Say I may have accused someone of something that they actually didn't do. I apologize for that. It may have been my own misinformation, my misinterpretation, things like that. That's what I'm apologizing for. But this girl don't miss. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, especially those people. There are people out there that I might have called on something that you were doing, but some of you are out there transmuting energy. And some of the things that I'm seeing is actually a result of you transmuting energy that's around you. So, I just want to, oh, why is it deleting the messages as they come through? Maybe that's how it works. I don't really pay attention to, I apologize. I don't usually pay attention to my chat, so I didn't realize it doesn't delete it, but it just goes off screen. You accused two person of not being reptilian. It took about 15 minutes to convince him. you know, I haven't gotten into that a lot. There is a reader that does that, can tell you like what kind of being a person is, right? My knowledge is more of like, where my knowledge is so far is at like planetary, like what kind of planet, like Venusian versus Plutonian, and I feel like those like reptilian is Plutonian. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really, I haven't gotten that far yet, but if you, gosh, hold on, I'm gonna have to go over here. This screen, I have so many issues with this screen right now. Actually, one of them being, um, I have it on supersized because I'm blind. Hold on. So there we go. He seriously thought he was growing scales. What? I've seen some videos of people who think they have multiple eyelids. like lizards. So it's not so far-fetched, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they just have really dry skin, because, that happens too. So the next topic is I brought this up in my reading yesterday, but I know that not everybody watches tarot readings, so I want to bring this up today as well. It came up because a lot of people in the general collective are going to be receiving high honor this year. They're going to be recognized for their work. And I said one of the ways to make sure that that happens is making sure that you don't downplay your role in things, right? So one of those is saying you did nothing, but you actually did a lot, right? So I'm going to give you the best example that I have. And this is in regards to parenting, right? I always say I don't do shit. I was talking to Aaron's teacher, his tutor. He has a tutor comes in once a week. And I was running down what we did the week before, since we had seen her. I was like, this week I really took it easy. I didn't really, do much. And then I'm going over all the things that did. Oh yeah, we worked on cutting out some shapes for the little Christmas tree. We watched some books about lying, and we talked about lying and stealing. We worked on that a lot this week. We made some cookies. We went down to the store. I didn't really read any books, but we watched books on the on YouTube. We practiced tying shoes. I actually did a lot. It was just that I didn't do as much as I did on a day to day, because I have like a routine. We do stuff consistently, and a lot of people don't know this too. You do not have to entertain your child 24/7, okay? But I have a goal of, from the moment we wake up until about 1 to 2 o'clock, depending on what we're doing, is focused on Aaron, and then after 1 or 2 o'clock, just depends, then we move on, and he's allowed to like free play, get on devices, stuff like that. That week I just wasn't doing. I was maybe doing up to 12. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we weren't reading, but we were watching something together. Don't downplay what you do. See, because when you do that, then other people, when they hear that, they think that you literally just sit here and do nothing with your child. You know what I'm saying? And so make sure when you're talking about yourself and what you do, oh, I didn't do nothing, but you worked out, you made like a whole collection of new scarves, whatever it is that you do, don't downplay it. Don't say I didn't do nothing, I was just chilling. No, you weren't. You were in the act of creating. You were resting. I mean, everything is something. There is no such thing as nothing, except for when you have nothing into something. But even then, it's not nothing. All right. All I have is my phone. It's not a nothing. I made it into a lot of something, though, right? This is what's important to understand. Let me see what's going on here. I see a lot going down in the comments here. Sometimes those that give out wisdom can only get peace if you make others think they come up with it themselves. Credit is not always well. And that's true too. You have to use discernment. All I'm saying is, when you act like you don't do nothing, that's what you get back. You know what I'm saying? When you act like you don't do nothing, oh, I was just chilling. No, you weren't. Oh, I was just make sure that you're using discernment. If you did something, you did something, and you need to make sure that you're saying it if you want to get credit for it. If you want to get credit for it. If you're doing things, and I think in my reading I even said this too. You don't want to be the person that every time you give to the homeless, you're putting it on the internet. That's not it either. There's a balance to it. And you just need to make sure that you're speaking highly of yourself and the things that you do, because ain't nothing you do nothing. All right, so those are the 3 things that I had for yesterday's thoughts upon waking, okay? And today, the only thought that I had when I woke up is, for men specifically. Men, you are worthy and you are enough, okay? I know there's a lot of men out there, especially because we have equated a lot of men to their worth only being about their level of ability to provide, or a lot of men, I don't think we talk on this a lot. Hypersexuality for men, okay? I just had a comment I made on somebody's post a couple weeks ago, um, where, okay, the reason that hypersexuality is a thing for men is because hypersexuality is kind of a way to control your sexual behavior, whether it be a lot, okay? And that came into play a long time ago as a characteristic instead of it being a coping mechanism for having been violated sexually, right? So because it has now become something that is a characteristic, even though it's not, that is not the characteristic of masculinity, even though it's been played, you got to be a player, you got to be a pimp to be the man, okay? You don't. And if you have been, it's okay. You're still very much worthy. And I know that some of you, as you are coming upon realizing what you have done to yourself, um, as you realize what you've done to yourself and your worth, you may come upon a moment in where it's like you feel gross. You're not. And there is someone out there that's going to love you regardless of that. Because I think a lot of men are realizing now that women don't want that either. Okay, men don't want women who have been hypersexual, and women don't want that either. Okay, we actually don't. You know, there is a level of exclusivity that everyone is looking for. It doesn't mean you have to be a virgin, but if I can go down the street and every single woman has slept with you, you know, there are people out there like that and looking for that. I'm not one of those people. I really don't care. As long as you let me know, say, so people aren't laughing at me. Okay, um this person's you're trolling maybe. Um oh gosh. Okay. I missed a comment, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Listen, you are worthy. You're worthy of respect. You're worthy of love. There is, I think, a lot of men out there, a lot, like more than what we realize, are out there and feeling very shameful for the things that they have done. They continue on that route of hypersexuality, or not even hypersexuality. Some just very casual in their efforts, and refuse to get close to someone simply because of their sexual history, and feeling like they're not good enough because of all of the shit that they did, because community dick does know that that's a thing. Okay, they do know that, and they might be you might be self-sabotaging. So this year, man, I want you to really focus on those thoughts. We make mistakes. We don't have knowledge. Some of you guys you didn't realize, because a lot of you are followers. Okay, it's not your fault. That's how we were programmed. We were programmed to follow, to be sheep, right? So when you see that guy is pulling a lot of chicks, and all the chicks want him, you followed, and you chose to go down that path, and didn't realize that person was coping. You know what I'm saying? You didn't realize that, so you followed suit. Be gentle with yourself this year, man. Be gentle with yourself. That's my advice to you, and just let you know that you are still worthy, and you are still lovable, and you are good enough. Okay, so those are my thoughts for this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I don't really have much for you right now. These are just my thoughts, and you probably won't be hearing from me for a couple days. Take it easy.